Last time on Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars, well, we couldn't get into Bowser's Keep, so what are we doing now? Well, we're heading back over to Mario's pad to talk to Toad again. For those who are unaware, Mario is you will not see a text box of Mario talking. He communicates in the game mostly through pantomime. He'll do nodding, he'll shake his head, he will do some various gestures, and he will even become a shapeshifter like one of those shapeshifters from the Marvel Comics series. Anyway, since we can't find Peach, we gotta go to talk to the Chancellor of the Mushroom Kingdom. And Toad just ran into us. Yes, you just hurt me. Yay. Do you know how to use items? Actually, I do. If you actually say that you don't, then Toad will go into an explanation how to use items, and you'll end up using the mushroom. So it's a good idea to just say that you know how to use it. That way you can keep the mushroom. And as I mentioned in the last part, I didn't really explain the whole timed hits thing very well, so I'm going to have the game explain it for me, and I'll kind of narrate a little bit. First, we're going to enter a battle. First, push A. At this point, I did a lot better with time hits compared to the first part, so, well, you wouldn't notice it now. I mean, in the first part I didn't do very well. You have to hit the A button just right in order to do a timed hit. When successful, your attack changes and damage increases. Now, if you are attacked and you hit A just before you're attacked, then you can reduce damage, sometimes reduce it all the way to 0. However, it doesn't always work. And now we're getting into the special attacks. The one that we're doing is the jump, but before we actually complete the attack, we press Y right there, and we can increase the amount of damage that's done to the enemy. Something that I didn't get into in the first part, but I'll go ahead and get into it now, is that A is going to be your normal attacks, Y will be the special attacks. Let's see, B is going to be if you want to do defense or if you want to run away from a battle, and X is if you want to use your items. Of course, Toad is now telling us that Monster Way is, has lots of monsters, and we have to go tell the Chancellor about what happened with Princess Toadstool, and Toad is about ready to give us 3 mushrooms. Toad goes off, and before we actually head off, we take a brief nap and recover some of our HP. Basically, you can rest inside your house and recover your HP and your FP. FP stands for flower points. I didn't go into this in the first part, but for the most part, you start out with so many flower points, and there are ways to increase flower points throughout the game, but if you run out of flower points, you won't be able to use your special attacks. HP max, sometimes enemies will pretty much drop these little flowery like things that will say like HP max or lucky or something along those lines. HP max, if you get one of those during a battle, it will refill your HP, which is very good because it saves me from having to use my items. But right now in this part, I'm kind of doing some level grinding, beating up on some Sky Troopas, which are the Koopa Parrot Troopas, and beating up on some Goombas as well. I know this is going to seem rather boring, but Oh well. Lucky! You'll find out what Lucky does here in just a moment. Care to play a game? We can double our experience, challenge the system, win big, or lose it all. We try and find Yoshi. If we guess where Yoshi is, we win, and it's a tie. So nothing ventured, nothing gained. We didn't win anything, we didn't lose anything. So there you go. I know this does not seem very exciting right now, but, well, I'm gonna probably end up cutting out some of these battles in later parts, but for now I'm gonna keep them in. I think we're getting close to leveling up. I don't remember if I level up in this screen or not. If not, then I level up in the screen after this. I do remember leveling up before we get to a mini-boss. Some of the treasure chests, they will contain coins. The small coins are worth 1 coin apiece, and the larger coins, they're worth 10. And we managed to level up. From here, from what I read in the strategy guide is that you want to choose the bonus which will give you the biggest gain. And in this screen, I ended up choosing HP because I needed more HP than, magic attack and magic defense. And we managed to save Toad, so because of that, we managed to get a honey syrup. I don't remember. Actually, yes, I do. What honey syrup does, you'll be able to restore 10 flower points. So, assuming that I ran out of flower points, then it will automatically restore all 10 points. Once again, I do apologize about how long this is going to take. Hopefully, I'm really leaning towards actually cutting out some of these, random enemy battles in later parts, just to speed things up. But for now, I'm going to leave them in. Those small flowers, if you get those small flowers, you'll be able to increase the amount of flower points that you have. And, well, you don't really run into them too much in the game, but whenever you do, which makes it a good idea to actually check all the treasure chests that you can find in the game. Once again, Toad is in trouble, so we have to go rescue him real quick. But it's just a Sky Troopa, and we can take him out with one timed hit. And because we saved Toad, we get a gift from him. And the gift is a flower tab. I don't go into this, I don't check it out right now, but I will explain what flower tabs do later. That particular mushroom, well, I'll explain that later on as well. And of course there's a lackey too, and it's dropping these things called spikies, which look a lot like spinies from the other Mario Brothers games. The lackey 2 will only drop a certain amount of spikies from his cloud, and after that, well, it will stop dropping them until you get off the screen. Right now, we're not too far away from our mini boss battle. Our first mini boss battle. It actually takes place near the end of this second part. Right now, I'm just kind of checking to see if this Lackey 2 will drop any more spinies, or spikies, or whatever they're called in this game. And unfortunately, it does not. Actually, I'm about ready to fight the boss right now. We go over here, and once again, we find that Toad has once again gotten himself into trouble. And if you can that happens to be a Hammer Brother. And he is the first mini-boss that we run into for this game. And this is where we actually have... Actually, I'm getting ready to use the jump attack. Jump attack is extremely effective against the Hammer Brothers, and it's a good reason why I didn't use it to begin with, since the Bowser boss battle. It only takes 2 jumps from at my level to actually beat the Hammer Brother, and now it's going to use Valor Up. Valor Up will raise its defensive power and, well, make it incredibly... It'll take more hits for me to actually take out the Hammer Brother. I'm out of jump, so now I have to use, well, my fist. I was trying to get to level 3 before I fought the Hammer Brother, but unfortunately I didn't get up to level 3, but it's okay, the Hammer Brother is easy. Hammer time, just lobbing a bunch of hammers at me. As far as I'm aware, that cannot be blocked, but I could be wrong. And there goes the Hammer Brother. For our trouble, we get a flower jar, and I will explain what the flower jar does later. Actually, I think I demonstrate what the flower jar does here in just a second. And looks like we're about ready to head over to the Mushroom Kingdom, but before we do, Toad notices that one of the hammers from the Hammer Brothers has been left behind, and, well, we're about ready to take it for ourselves and use it. Using the Hammer Brothers hammer will increase our attack power. I will demonstrate that here in just a moment, how much our attack power increases. Of course, and from here, Toad rushes off to the Mushroom Kingdom. And before I head off, I go ahead and get into the menu. And I'm about ready to use the flower tab in the flower jar. The flower tab will raise our flower points by 1. And the flower jar will raise our flower points by 3. And here I am going to equip the hammer. The hammer gives us an attack power of 33. Before that, without the hammer, our attack power was 23. And off we go to the Mushroom Kingdom. Unlike many of the earlier games and some of the later games, well, the Mushroom Kingdom is a small area in the Mushroom World compared to what you see in the Mario Brothers cartoons and whatnot. It's a good idea to go into these houses right here. Sometimes you'll find some items, and other times you'll just talk to some pretty interesting people. Here, if you say sure or yeah, if you say yeah right kid, well, obviously you dash the kid's hopes and dreams. But you can ask him that again, and of course, if you say sure, well then he starts jumping like he's on crack. I think we're done in here. Time to move on. A crocodile around here talks like a mobster wannabe. And he stole your wallet. Yay. These two individuals, they are Raz and Rainy. And they're getting married. Do you happen to know of a good wedding chapel? Not at the moment, but I'm sure we might run into one later on in the game. I hope my grandchild turns out to be just like the princess. Of course, the princess is humanoid, and, well, your granddaughter is, well, a mushroom, one of the members of the Mushroom Kingdom. A lot of creepy looking thugs have been sneaking into town, not on my watch. Well, if they're sneaking into town, then you're not doing a good job right now. This girl is incredibly annoying. I don't care for her at all. And this is the item shop. Look what we're about ready to do. Yep, we just ticked off the owner. He doesn't like us doing that, and he does not like us standing behind the counter. He won't acknowledge us until we actually stand in front of the counter. One of Frogfucius's grandchildren is running errands in town today. Okay. I don't know who Frogfucius is, but I'm sure we'll meet him sooner or later. This would be a good opportunity to go ahead and buy some items. You can buy some mushrooms, you can buy some honey syrup, which will recover 10 flower points, of course. Pick Me Up will revive down allies. The Able Juice will heal status problems during battle. You can buy a shirt, which I went ahead and bought myself a shirt, and I will go ahead and buy some pants. Jump shoes, you can use jump attacks against any foe. This wasn't too specific. Oh, the antidote pen prevents poison damage. They weren't really too specific with the jump shoes in terms of what it does. It actually increases your attack power with your jumps. And of course, Mario is the only one that's able to use the jump shoes. And I'm about ready to equip the shirt. The shirt, if my defense will go up to 8. Without the shirt, my defense is 2. Magic defense goes up accordingly as well. The antidote pen, I go ahead and equip that so I can, well, I don't have to worry about being poisoned. And I just go ahead and run into the inn real quick. You can talk to the innkeeper, and if you want to rest in the inn, it'll cost you 3 coins, but you'll recover all your HP when you do so. This lovely little guy here, he does not like being bothered. He's playing a game. Looks like a Game Boy. And if we bother him enough, well, he ends up losing the game. And I'm about ready to go ahead and save because my time is running out, so if you like this video, please subscribe or like the video, and we'll see you next time. Alrighty, take care. Ciao for now, everybody. Bye.